Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your every time. And
when you're young and you get in your old man Superstock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Daddy. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?
Once again, welcome back, everyone. It is good to have you back. Yes, it's our regular Wednesday slot, but obviously over the last few days, we've been doing the build-up to the Pollock Superstock Teams Invitation, Huntley International Speedway, the place to be this coming Saturday. Fingers crossed, Mother Nature does its part, obviously. I just want to say a big welcome to Camo Jar, who's jumped on board. Hey, going out to you, mate. Alson Tiwani, Dave Thomas, what's up, Speedwayers? Also, Maru Goodley. Evening there, Madu, from Councillor, and hello again, Booker, and also Bex Braybrook as well. We've got a bit of a big night tonight. We've got a full-on show tonight. We don't know where we're going to finish because we've got to get through the Rebels. We've got to get through the Giants. We've got to get through the development team, and then we've got to wrap it up with the select team as well. So like I say, we've got 9 drivers. 9 drivers. That is a first for our show, but my good friend joins me to help me in the hot seat, bump and run with Booker. How you going, Books?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, mate. Pretty good. We've got a lot to get through tonight. It's good though. It's good, and it's good that these guys are taking the time to sit down with us, and I'm sure the fans appreciate it as much as we do. You know, because their time is pretty valuable this week. You know, they've got the big build up to get to. They got the big teams meeting on Saturday. So, but I'd also like to say, hey, if you want any information about this meeting and whether it's on or off, don't read all the other crap on Facebook. Go to the source, the Huntley Speedway Facebook or the Huntley Speedway site. That will give you the information you need. Don't believe in rumours. We had people messaging us today. Have you heard it's off? And we hadn't heard anything, but we know it's on. And we know when Red was here with us on Monday night, Kins, he told everyone they would make the call on Friday. And today is Wednesday. So
Exactly. So
don't listen to the rumours, people.
No, there's a lot of rumours go around. Susan, good to have you watching the show. Yeah, it is just showers at this stage for Saturday, you know, but the weather seems to change. Jason Adlington, good to have you back on board, mate. And Harley Rob. Hey, Harley, we're going to have to catch up with you, mate, on the show sometime soon. And I see you just dropped your merchandise as well. We'll talk more about that coming up. Anyway, it is all about the build-up to this Saturday. Superstock Teams Invitation, thanks to Pollock Crane's massive sponsor there as well. Gates open up at 4, Dirt Flies at 6. It's all going not only just Superstock Teams racing, there's also the Ground Care Waikato Mini Stock Championship as well. So plenty to look forward to. So let's get the ball rolling because we've got a lot of drivers to talk to tonight, as I mentioned. 9 drivers. Just bear with us, everyone. There's a few technical issues you're going to have to deal with during the show. It's something we're going to have to deal with as well. It's out of our hands. There's going to be internet issues. There is a lot going on. We have issues with iPhones. Guys have jumped onto laptops, and I do apologize if someone actually drops the F-bomb. It's just one of those things. So I just want to say we may not be as PG as we would love our show to be a family show. One of the expletive words will just accidentally popped up, but it's just one of those things that's out of our hands. We don't have a beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. I haven't got a fast enough finger to do that.
Yeah, mini sprints, Dave. So that's the other meet thing. I might have actually said mini stocks, but mini champs. Hey, Richard Trudy, good to have you on board, Richard and Trudy. Anyway, we'll try and get into the questions too. All right, yes. So we'll try and get through because we've got a big show tonight. We may wrap up just after 8:30, might be closer to 9, but we'll just see how we go. Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, let's bring in Ellen is there, and AJ is there. Look at that. Hey, guys.
Woo! Look at these handsome looking devils, eh? Woo! Hey, good to have you guys back. Yeah, good to have you back.
How we doing? Thanks for having us.
Hey, Alan, mate, firstly, we'll get this out of the way. Did you win much at the Melbourne Cup?
I picked the winner, so made a little bit.
Had him as a dark horse, but it ended up coming in and made a little bit, so it's all good.
Yeah. You ever been there before?
Yeah, that's probably a fourth time.
Yeah, but wet there, but you enjoyed it, eh?
Oh, yeah, she was waiting, probably only there for a couple of hours and saw a couple of races and boosted off again. But she had pretty heavy downpours when it rained, but that was all good.
I know you're part of the Rebels team. Your mate AJ's joined us because the other guys are a bit Canberra shy. They don't say too many words, but I know AJ loves to have a bit of a chat. How you been, AJ?
Oh,
I've been good, thanks, mate. I've been good. Yeah, ticking away on the farm. Yeah, same old carrot here. Unfortunately, not racing this weekend, so but we'll be watching over the boys, and I'm sure they'll go well. They've got to go give it a good nudge.
Yeah. So what do you sacrifice the racing for? You got something else that's on this weekend, mate?
but scared to tell the missus, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've got an engagement party in Taupo here, and 9 times out of 10, the wife lets me do what we please, and racing comes first. But it was one of those occasions that I thought I'd better get a few brownie points and do this one, sacrifice Huntley for Palmy, so to speak.
Awesome, mate. It's good that you've actually jumped on to join Alan and help him along a little bit, just to guide him along, because he would have felt lonely talking to us by himself, because other bros wouldn't want to join him. What's up with that?
Yeah, I thought AJ's kind of like to be the voice of the Rebels, eh? I'm a bit of the face of the Rebels today.
Oh, that's why I love it.
Someone to hold his hand. He's got a bit of a stutter most of the time.
Hey, let's take a look at this team. Obviously, I know AJ, the old man's part of this, Steve, and Bertha Hunter's going to be part of the management team. Alan, you've got Robbie Morris, Dale Stewart, Damien Law, Brett Stewart, and also Mick Rumney. Eh? So Mick's not bringing any fishing rods. He's going to get out there and do what he does on the track.
Yeah, got most of all the same guys again. It's a good solid core together, and Meg's been going well. I think they've all had a go in the opening at Rotorua, apart from myself, but all the guys' cars seem to be going good and ready to go, so it's good.
Obviously, AJ, what you got other plans, obviously, mate, but you'll be watching something. Are you going to get a chance to watch the live stream of that?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. We'll get that live stream. Hopefully, this weather holds out for the boys. But yeah, I'll be watching with close eyes to that screen, and like Alan said, they've got a good group of boys with Damien back in the mixer now as well, and he's been one of the most consistent racers for Rotorua for a long time. So good to have him back in the mix, and I'm sure Robbie, the twins, will do their thing. Alan might hold everyone up a little bit. He's a little bit slow like that, but I'm sure everyone will do their job and hopefully do well.
Oh God! Look at you two already giving each other hell, eh? You're gonna have to put the foot down there, Alan. You're gonna have to really show the boys to turn it on. Now he's giving you that cheek.
Oh, the old girl knows what to do, eh? Just park up on the corner.
Yeah, you'd be excited too, because Alan, I'm guessing yourself too, AJ, because this also gives you an opportunity to kind of get the car adjusted to the track, because there's another big event coming up early January, and obviously we had those big championship meetings that are pretty wiped from us last season, but also I suppose you can kind of use it in two things to kind of get things up and go, to teams, and then get your car sorted, I'm guessing.
Yeah, a little bit. I changed the setup a little bit for teams racing, but not too much. And I kind of know already how to set it up for Huntley already, so we're pretty on tune when we rock up the track most times. And we'll just play it by ear at the moment.
So have you both been out already this season? Obviously on the track, both of yous.
No, I haven't yet.
I've been for. Sorry, Skip.
No, I haven't yet. I was holidaying it up in Oz for a couple of weeks, so I've only just got the car going last weekend, so she's fresh and ready to go.
Straight in the bloody teams. Holy hell, eh? Have you hit the dirt yet, AJ?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we've had a couple of spins. We had a practice at Rotorua there, and then we went over to Bay Park for their opening, and then Rotorua's opening. So yeah, we've had 3 already, and we've had a few teething few teething little issues, just little minor 1%ers, but I think we've ticked them off now. So yeah, we should be ready to go and hit the track running when our next event comes around.
Also, hey, how good was that opening meeting at Rotorua for fans-wise, the crowd, eh?
Mate, it was like the New Zealand's. It was just before racing, we heard on the loudspeaker that it was backed up all the way down Clayton Road, which is kilometres and kilometres of road. So yeah, no, it was like the New Zealand's, which was really, really cool for Rotorua with the Guy Fawkes and the kids as well. It's a hell of a meeting.
Yeah. What do you think it is, AJ? Because Alan hasn't hit the track yet. He's bringing the car out and so forth. But what do you think it is, AJ? Because nearly every opening night at every track that got underway this Speedway season, whether it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, the crowds just rocked out in their numbers. You said about the queue of traffic, but that was up and down the whole country. Is it something like people have been hanging out for the Speedway season, even though it was a short turnaround from the previous season? What do you think it is, AJ? What it was is just people just love it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't really yet put my finger on it, but whether it's, I think probably how you guys drive and steer the ship as well. Social media is a big influence and stuff, and now and more kids are getting involved, and drivers are online more and whatnot. So the interaction's probably a lot more one-on-one with them than what it was. But like you said, the past 2-3 years, openings everywhere have been massive, and I think the fireworks is a real attraction as well for families. Like it's a kind of a 2-in-1. You get to watch the racing and the kids get to enjoy the fireworks. So yeah, I think it's awesome. It's and it just continuously keeps growing and growing. So yeah, it's bloody grouse.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just quickly throw out these questions that have been posted up in the chat. Keep them coming in, everyone. Amron, Arpedia, Broadhurst, AJ, Johansson, Rooster. He's already saying that to you, mate.
Cheers, brother. You well, mate?
Yeah, Harley Rob, ask Alan about his new car. You got a new car, Alan?
Possibly. There might be two shit sitting in the sheds.
Andrew Dredden reckons, I thought you'd be out fishing, AJ.
Yeah, I will be soon.
Yeah. Surely you're driving the new car this weekend, Element Robbie. That's hardly Rob. He's really giving it to you, mate.
No, we've got a few things to look at on that one first. We'll keep the old girl. The old girl's ready to go, and all the team gear's ready to go for that one. So she's a good car for teams racing that one. We'll take the new one out for triples week after in Rotorua.
That's another good meeting coming up, isn't it? Already that triples. There's some good entrance and numbers for that one coming up too.
Yeah, I saw that today. There's quite a big field of all the guys out there, Asher and Pete and all that coming now. So it looks like it'll be good. Around, so good.
It's just your fella's home track, hey? Everyone knows, what to expect at the track itself when they come to Rotorua. The big meetings, we talk about 240s and everything like that. But man, guys just travel from all around the country to come there. And that triples the show. And I was looking at all the names of people who are traveling. Man, I don't know what it is. I know Stan and Sonia put on a good show. The prep on the track. Everyone, you ask all the drivers who've interviewed on our show, yes, so what's your favorite track? 9 out of 10 will always say Rotorua. You guys like the homestays of the track. You're associated with the track through the team. What is it? Can you pinpoint it? What is it? Alan, you first?
No, I'm not too sure. I think it's just, Stan and Sonia and all those crew in the background just making improvements every year. The facilities, the track's always good. Pits are getting better and better. So can't really beat it at the moment. All this grandstand and that for the fans are all that getting better. So I think, they just up the level each year, so people just want to come and experience it.
Yourself, AJ, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, 100%. Just agree with Alan. The show that Stan and Sonia and all that crew put on, and how efficient it is, the facilities, the pits and concretes and sheds, and Stan does, one hell of a, if not the best, a track prep for that track. And like you said, you ask 9 out of 10 people where's their favourite track, and it's Rotorua. So it's different. It's a bit more technical way. It's got that sharp corner and whatnot, but it's fun. I'll just put it down to that. Good crew, facilities, track, good people.
Yeah,
we had a few hard out. So we had a few of the guests lately too commenting about Huntley being they like that track as a track too. What are you guys, your thoughts on Huntley, especially this weekend? They've got some big shows they're going to put on this season, aren't they, Huntley? And this is the first big one this weekend, and We've had a few guests say now they really enjoy the Huntley track, and Red really looks after them. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the Huntley track?
Yeah, I haven't obviously. I don't really travel too much with racing in that, but chances I do get to go there is the track's always pretty good. Doesn't seem to rut up too bad, and I enjoy it. But well, everyone there is quite friendly, so I have no qualms about it. It's all good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like I've done the only kind of racing I've done there is teams racing, and we took the Westbury there maybe 2 years. So you're probably raced there the past 4 years, but only 1 or 2 meetings. And every time I've gone there, it's been great. You know, it's got a good drive. It's fast. There's plenty of room. You know, plenty of room to run all block. But you know, we go there. Sport Red. We've known Tyson a long time as well, and he's a rooster. He's always so welcoming. And new beers afterwards, eh? It's always goes down a treat after a good night racing.
That seems to be the common trend now. Everyone finishes the end of a sentence, isn't it, Kinser? A few beers afterwards.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. You know, you do it out of the track. You put it together when it comes to team. And everything what you do on the track should stay on the track, and you go and have a beer. Your mates after it all, you know, and that's the best thing about it. And no matter what happens, you shake your hand, leave it out on the track, and just do it back out there on the track, you know. Back in the old days, the old fisticuffs used to carry on in the pits. I remember some good ones at the old Paradise Valley Speedway back in the old 90s. I remember those. I remember those good old bloody days.
You'd be no good back in those old days, Ellen. You'd get a little twack and you'd be in the back of your truck.
Just run around with the helmet on, you reckon?
He'll be running behind you. Hey, yeah, try to get me now. Actually, no, back in those days, you would have ran behind the bloody Hunter Whānau road. Come on.
There's always plenty of them that'll got your back, eh?
Yeah, now try to keep me, you know.
Yeah.
Wait for you later when you leave. But those are the good old days, you know, when we talk about especially the Hunter name, and you got Bertha, who's part of the manager with your dad, you know, the name Hunter still lives on, and it's a massive name that's associated with the trap, and the boys are still out there, the family, they've got some great presented cars, you know, and mate, there's a lot of legends coming out of bloody Rotorua, there's a heap of them.
Yeah, that's right. That Hunter name will live on, you know, even long after we Karkut will move on from racing. You know, they've got their roots certainly digged into that club and into Speedway, and still heavily involved in our team now. And obviously Gary had a big a big part with that championship winning team down there. You know, he was that sixth driver, but he was just a cool, calm, and collective kind of guy, and brought us back down to earth, and just kind of kept that camp real mellow. And you guys obviously had met them. They're just a real mellow family, you know, and Barry was a lot like that as well. So, yeah, still a hell of an asset to have in our camp in that Rotorua Speedway.
Hey, you get through this Saturday, weather permitting. Obviously, we get to see the big event. Thanks to Pollock Cranes for their support and their ongoing support with teams and supporting the track out there at the Huntley International Speedway. You put that aside because after that, your big team event is until February, Alan. And I'm guessing with what happened, you just go down there as defending champs, I guess. So you're back into it, and you know, dare I say it, I'm not really prepared for that, and see how this week can go. Just get Saturday through, then assess and see how we go to build up for that big event, eh, Alan?
Yeah, that's it. I'm not too sure how that's all going to pan out at the moment, but I gather we're still defending the title because it unfortunately wasn't finished off. But I'm not sure how they're going to do the draw, and because I'm banking on the English team coming back over again, so there might be a few more teams involved. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that event again. So
yeah, okay.
So AJ, no engagement parties we need to go to that weekend, AJ?
Oh, don't you worry, mate. That weekend is booked off.
You know,
such thing on that weekend, but racing.
Yeah. How good is it though to have the Palmers come back? You know, AJ first and foremost, it'll be the 240s mid-January, and then of course the Lions are back down there doing their thing. How good is it going to be to have them back finally after a few years?
It'll be so important, and so New Zealand will be so welcoming having them coming back. You know, they bring a whole sort of flair of themselves and a whole army, and just friendly buggers, and just to mix it with us again, and to bring their Lions team in because they've done well. You know, they've been around for a while now, and I should say, it's a bit cruel. They gathered information and stuff and worked their own game plans, and they done well. They were certainly a force to be recognised. So I'm really looking forward to them coming back and involved in that 240s and obviously with teams on Waitangi weekend.
Yeah, you'll be the same, Alan? You'll be just looking forward to them. And I know they do a lot of racing down at Rotorua, getting prepared for the 240s, but just good to have them back. And hey, we all get to listen to Coronation Street, the theme song once again.
Yeah, definitely. That's obviously one team I haven't raced yet, so to be on my list to race. So hopefully we might get a chance to do that and mix it with some of them.
Yeah, mate, it's going to be awesome fun. Looking at some of these comments. Thanks, Dave McGregor. Bloody neat. Yeah, that's our show. We have a bit of fun. We have a bit of laughter. We've got a full-on show. We've got a bit of a Gisborne thing coming up very soon. Then we're going to catch up with the select. For those who have just joined, and this is part of the build-up to this Saturday, Pollock Cranes, Huntley International, Speedway, the Superstock teams. Troy Rusco, these guys proved in Palmy they can do it. Never underestimate the Rebels. 100%, Never underestimate your team,
Yeah, never underestimate the quietest. The quietest is always the scariest.
I find it hard to believe you two are the quietest. I can tip you that much,
Wait for about 2 or 3 beers.
You guys had the kind of gold wings at Palmy. That's right, if I remember rightly. You know, a bit of that Britain kind of connection there. Are you going to be sporting that this Saturday? Is that going to happen, or what's the deal?
Yeah, no, the colours haven't changed. So Damien and that's got his kit in there, and they're all ready to go and printed up on Tuesday, I think it was. So same kit. So I don't think we probably won't even change for Palmy again. We'll just get a bit spruced up again, and any new sponsors that will go on, and we'll be off.
All right, now you mentioned that weird sponsors. I'll give you the tough job, Alan. Can you kind of rattle it? Oh, geez, okay,
he's got on his bone, you dog.
Hang on, you talk to AJ.
While he's looking, at least you didn't do a scrappers. The scrappers bloody sent me a list of these sponsors. Oh, mate, you can read all our sponsors. What the hell, last night?
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely. Forgive me if I miss a few. But obviously, there's Classic Builders, Technical Welding Services, HTE, Hemming Transport, Aspect Group, Machinery Specialist down in Palmy, King Signs, obviously Paradise Valley Track, Vasey Engineering, Sports Web, Warehouse Auto Parts, there's Mark Osborne, Stout Trailers, and there's many more. I'm sure I've just.
Mate, Alan, this is going to be one of the latest read out of sponsors I've ever witnessed.
Yeah. All right. So that's cool. So it's all good. Everything's all ready to go with our next guest. He's just sitting in the background. So that's fine. AJ was saying just while you were doing this, the new car we were talking about just briefly, you didn't make mention of it. Is it a Stout Super Saloon, Alan? No, just joking.
Not ready for that shit.
All these Superstock drivers are jumping in a bloody saloon now.
Yeah. I'd have a hoon, so wouldn't. Who cares?
You give it a shot, eh? What about you, AJ? You ever give a Super Saloon a shot one day?
Yeah. I mean, I would never say no way. I don't know if I'd be any good at it, but it seems to be that trend that a lot of them are going those ways, like Peter B and shit, man, he's picking up flags everywhere, doing very well. But I think maybe at the end of the Superstocks, the old wife might do the old no, time for my hobbies.
Oh, and that's the important of it. That's what we reiterate when we're in here. It's just, the importance of the family and the kids. And I can see the young one running around by you, Alan. Over the last couple of nights, we've had kids on joining alongside. We had Red with his grandchildren, and they blew us away doing the draw for this Saturday, and Fiona was there. And that's the importance of what we do. And the kids are very much part of it, and the family, Alan?
Yeah, definitely. My boys seem to love it at the moment. So they're getting a bit older and getting more into it. Like to say the same about the missus, but I'm dragging along.
We're going to see a shoe come flying or something in a minute, eh? I think he's looking at the corner of his eye.
Secretly, she loves it, I think so.
Mate, I'm just waiting for that shoe to come flying through the screen.
It's all good when AJ's kind of drinking on the wines in the bus, so that's what they love doing. So.
Absolutely.
Hey, AJ, thanks. Yeah, platter and wine. They keep them happy, mate. You know how it goes. Happy wife, happy life. That's the way it goes, mate.
That's it. 100%.
100%. Hey, it's always so good to catch up and have a bit of a laugh with you two. It's always a pleasure, and you bring the entertainment to the show when we catch up with you two boys. This won't be the last, obviously. We'll be catching up. We've got other events to get through the season. Booker and I will be at the 240s. We're going to be along there helping out Pitts Media with Jason, doing something that was a bit of a challenge he threw at us yesterday. So don't throw that rubbish at us, mate. We'll rock on up and do it. We'll do it. Cheers, guys. All the best to the
Thanks,
Rebels.
guys.
Go hard. Good luck.
No worries, Booker. Kinser, cheers, mate. Champion.
Cheers, fellas. See ya.
Awesome. Always good to have a bit of fun, and that's why we start our show with a bit of fun. We've got a big night here. We've got a few more drivers to get through. We're going to have Ethan jump in and join us for the Gisborne Giants. I've just been told also it looks like Jamie's device isn't supported at the stage, so just trying to suss someone else out. We've got Brody and Tyler. They're ready to go, so the three of them could join us. Brody and Tyler are part of the development team as well, which got mentioned the other night as well. So we'll see we can get them all in here. You just have to bear with us at this
just give me we're just going to talk a little bit of drama. Well, I can just see one of them's obviously had to take a phone call. He might be trying to organise someone else to come with us, so we'll give it a couple of minutes to let him finish his phone call. Hey, exactly. keep those questions coming in, guys. What do you think? AJ and that, they always give us a great show, don't they, Kins? Those two, they're a bloody barrel of laughs, aren't they?
Oh, totally, and that's what we like about the show. Carl Carpendale up the G, mate. Yeah, awesome show. Thanks for the good comments. I know Tyson's watching us at the moment as well. Tyson will be joining us. Dylan Ashton and Robbie May will be part of the Huntley Select team as well. Looking forward to looking, like Craig Booker said earlier on at the start of the show, there's been a lot of rumours plastered around social media platforms. Don't buy into it. There is nothing confirmed about this event being canned or cancelled at this stage. Red Wooten told us on Monday he will make the announcement on Friday night. Why? It's because of the drivers who have to travel the big distances. So obviously weather does change. Already the weather has updated to maybe showers now for Saturday. So just bear with us tonight, let alone tomorrow, and just keep an eye out on the Huntley Speedway Facebook page or the website.
Yep.
That's where you will get the update.
And that's the only place to get your updates.
Exactly.
And also the only place you can buy your stream is through the Pitts Media. Don't click on those bloody fake links that everyone puts out there. Go to the Pitts Media Facebook page and click the links there, and not links in the comments. Sometimes these idiots get in there and put these links in the comments and they're fake as well. So just be wary of that. So yeah. Okay, look, it looks like Ethan's ready, Kinser. So shall we bring him on in, shall we?
So we'll bring Ethan in, and Tim Ross is actually going to join us. Ethan's been talking to Tim, obviously. Jamie Hamilton, who was going to be the other guest for the Giants, is having a few technical issues. He's much tied up in his little Uber at the moment. So we'll jump in and have a quick chat with
Ethan, and when we see the other one come in, I'll bring him in.
Yeah, mate.
So here we go.
Do it, eh?
Here's Ethan. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. Hey, thanks for joining us. I know you've been in the background just trying to organise a few other drivers to sit there next to you and talk a bit about the Giants and so forth. Look, another update too, maybe making the call Friday morning. So that's coming from Amron Arpedia Broadhurst. Thanks for that update there. But definitely Friday, like we said during the show, don't read into any of the other rubbish that people are saying the show's been cancelled or whatnot. And like Craig said, don't click any of this other rubbish streams. Pitts Media, just go there. Ethan, mate, you excited, eh? Excited? Look forward to teams. You love teams.
Oh, yeah, love teams and love bolting on that Giants kit with the lads. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Mate, let's go back a few weeks. You were under the pump, yourself, your brother, your dad, to get your cars out. You wanted to get down to Wanganui. Obviously, it was a special occasion for the 50th anniversary, which is a massive milestone for a track. You got out there, mate, and you just put on another show.
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, first off, well done to Wanganui for achieving that milestone. It's definitely a big one for Speedway in general, and let alone Wanganui Speedway. But yeah, she was a big old push to get the three cars there, and was a sort of a 1 o'clock on a Saturday arvo doing panels and getting all ready. So it was touch and go.
I was in your shop on the Friday, was it, Kins? I think the Friday I was in your shop talking to Asher and Pete and looking at the cars, and he's saying, well, we're going to get there for Wanganui, and I'm thinking, really? And then that was the reason you guys couldn't come join us down on the Sunday. You did a full weekend of just pushing for those cars to get out. I mean, I got to take my hat off to you guys to achieve all 3 cars there with what condition I saw them in the stage in the shed. You guys are something else. I tell you, that was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hey, to do the sport, you have to be dedicated or stupid, and we're both of them. So we'll do anything to try and get to the track and do what we love. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
100%, mate. You know, I think you live on 2 hours each sleep if you're lucky. But how the hell are you juggling all of that, mate? Because congrats, you're a new dad now and family life, you know, and it's a hard act to follow, mate.
Oh, no, so I'm quite lucky to got Brittany that's pretty chilled with me, spending most nights at the old boys. So, I mean, without her, it'd probably be a bit harder, but no, it's definitely dad life. Pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, mate, you can't beat it, eh? You can't beat it, eh?
Yeah, it was. I was talking to Asher about it when I was in the shop there too. He looks like a changed man as well. I think the both of you look like you got a new lease on life having kids. It certainly makes you think a lot more about life, doesn't it? That sort of when you have that first child.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, man. It puts a new lease on life and makes it all worthwhile, you know. It's quite cool come home and see a little boy looking at you, smiling at you.
Yeah. You can see, I tell you kids, I can see it. I can see the grin on Ethan and I can see it on Asher, the pair of them, mate. They can't, you talk about their kids and they can't stop fucking flip. Oh shit, I swore in. Can't stop, so I did the beat button for me. Can't stop smiling. It's great to see. Hey, so how did this development team come about, mate? Where's that all come from? Is that just been in the works for a while, or is it just something you thought, let's get another team in there, or?
Basically, Dad sort of come up with it midway through this off season actually, because we had quite a few. We had probably I think we got 17 Superstocks registered to Gisborne, and they all want to give team racing a crack.
Wow.
Yeah. I could be more, but they all want to give team racing a crack, and the only way to give them a go was get them in there and get a development squad going, and eventually they'll make the main game in 20 years time or 10 years time when we've all kicked it.
You reckon Dad's got another 10, 20 years left in him, mate?
Yeah, maybe. But it's all sort of come about, you know, because you sort of see those teams now that ran the same group of guys for the last 6 to 8 years, and those guys have moved on. Now there's no one coming up. So we're sort of trying to create our platform now, and then when we want to give it up, we can move aside and let those young guys go on and do what we can do, you know?
You know, yesterday we spoke to a couple of teams, and we had a guy that was experienced and a rookie making their debut at this particular event. Even the other night on Monday, we had a guy who's been experienced and got records in teens racing, and had a young guy joining it. You know, it's the future, and that's what you're doing. You're growing it. You're growing the class, obviously, in Gisborne. And they must be just loving that, mate, over there. To have 17 or more superstars, that's just unbelievable. It's just good. It just shows actually what the Rees family has done for their track. It's accolades to you and to everyone that does all the work behind the scenes. You know, there's a lot of work that goes on there, and it's not an overnight success, is it? There's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah, a lot of work that goes on with it. And like say, Gisborne greatly proud of us, and they support us 100%, and we give the same back and we support them. So we want to sort of future-proof the Giants and make sure we're going to be around for the next 10, 20 years, and when we can, as competitive as we can be, as well as have fun, if you know what I mean, and enjoy it, and make sure those young fellas learn off us and learn that there's, in some way, there's more life in Speedway, but team racing and junior racing in Gisborne is where it's at.
Awesome, mate.
Awesome,
love it.
mate.
Hey,
that's awesome.
Jamie Hamilton being part of the G for a little bit there now. He's looking forward to it, hoping to catch him, but obviously he's out doing this thing. So just see if Tim Ross is not going to pop in. We'll see. Obviously, Dad's there. James Clark, mate. What's the deal with James Clark? Has he done teams racing before?
He hasn't done Superstock, but he's done
stock cars,
stock car teams. Yeah, he was in one of our teams, our gladiator teams, and I think we won it in Gisborne. Maybe I think he might have been part of it, or it might have been the year after we got third or something. But he's been around the scene. He's committed and dedicated, much like us, and he's frothing to go. You know.
Yeah, and Tim Rosswell, he just when he gets that mongrel little mate, he's just ready to put the foot down. He just doesn't hold back. He wants to give it all and do the team proud. And look, Josh Prentice's party is there, and Scott Ross. I know Scott Ross from living back in my hometown when he used to manage the farmlands building there. That's going back many years. That's going back a long bloody time when he was here in Piebald. Yeah, but he still looks the same. He's still got the same bloody hairdo. Nothing's bloody changed, mate.
He's cool, eh?
Yeah, he's cool, and he's very passionate. He just loves supporting Gisborne there. So, look, a lot of questions are coming on through here. Carl Carpendale, proud Gizzy boy, racing his TQ, I think it is. He just loves the 8 and the 1. They're just so cool, mate. And everyone just loves your cars, all the engines and me and Booker, we just buzz out on the flames coming out the back.
Like, Jason Long's one as well, eh? It used to. Oh. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. So you're looking forward to Huntley this weekend, there, mate? You've been up there a few times for the Huntley team. You haven't? Have you won it? Have you guys ever won the Huntley once? Have you know? Am I right in saying that?
3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago we won it, and then got second last year to the Kings.
So
I can't wait. It's an awesome event. Red and the team up there run it well and they promote it well. Obviously Pollock Cranes, they sponsor it like you wouldn't believe, and but no, it's an awesome track, as you guys touched on earlier. That's an awesome track to race at, and I'm quite looking forward to obviously Huntley, but not on Team Throw, but not only that, the New Zealand's up there. It's going to be quite a good weekend,
Yeah, that's going to be another. Yeah, they've got some big meetings coming up there, and quite a few classes. You got to take your hat off them to getting this event out, and we hope the rain stays away for everybody. Because there's nothing like the crowd. I mean, the crowds we're getting now for just normal meetings, I can't imagine how big it's going to be for you guys up there when you get up there. So how many meetings you done so far this year? Did you go to Gisborne the other week as well? Did you or no?
Yeah, we've done Wanganui twice and Gisborne once. So only 3 meetings, but they've been pretty full on.
Bro, you go pretty good down on Wanganui, eh? Hey, you go hard out down there, eh?
Good as everyone else. It's a cool track. It's a cool fast track, and if you sort of get a bit of clean air, you can sort of say goodbye to the field and make your way off to the front. But if you get stuck in traffic, you're pretty much battling the whole 12 laps trying to catch up. But it's a cool track down there.
If I'm like you, we go, check my flame out the back, boys. That's all you got to see. Blow them all away. Tracy Vincent, you're right there. I love your comment. You guys do great things for the sport on and off the track. To yourself, Dad, and Nash, and the Rees family is just unbelievable. And mate, it's very, very hard not to spot a bloody Rees chassis out there these days. Everyone's just loving them.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to kick off, especially in the Superstock ranks, which is cool to see because they've been pretty dominant in the stock cars the last 5 to 10 years, but now it's cool to see them come through in the Superstocks, and eventually there'll be more Rees cars in the other car. There is now, but
you had it. So I know the Superstock class, or what they call it in Australia, I guess in the stock cars over there. Is there anything going on that possibly could see a Rees chassis eventuate over the ditch, over the Tasman there?
I don't particularly know much, but I know there was talks of maybe James. I can't remember the guy's name when it comes to me, but he was talking about trying to either copy a car over there and build it obviously to their rules, or get one sent over. But nothing really come of it. But eventually, maybe something will pop up.
I'll just interrupt Kins for a second, and Tim's here, so I'll bring Tim in, eh? And hopefully that everything works, because we haven't tested it, so fingers crossed. Can you hear us, Tim?
Can you hear us, Tim?
Oh, perfect.
Oh, there he is. Hey, thanks for joining us, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know Ethan had to ring you because we're going to have a bit of a chat with Jamie, but I'm not too sure. He might be stuck in the Uber somewhere, but anyway, that's the way it is. Hey, Tim, mate, are you excited to head this Saturday? Let's hope the rain doesn't turn up, mate. You can get out there and do what you do on the track. You be amped.
Yeah, that's for sure. She's been, feels like it's been forever since we've been out with the Giants, so we're good to go out and then have a bash round and hopefully some luck's on our side and we come away with it.
That's precisely it. You pretty well named what you do out there, mate. You just go out there and give it a bash.
That's for sure, eh? That's for sure.
Yeah. Awesome, mate. You be looking forward to it, no doubt. And have you had any racing meetings since, prior to this coming Saturday?
The car's been down in Christchurch, so she comes up on Thursday. But so I've only done one meeting in Christchurch and one rain out, so she's been pretty quiet for me so far. But still just turn left and she'll be right.
So it's getting there Thursday, then you're hoping to be with it down to Huntley by Saturday. Shit, it's a pushing that tight schedule, isn't it?
Nah, it's heaps of time. You can do it overnight.
I don't know if you caught the start of this. Book was just talking to Ethan. He was out at their shed, and it was only like a quick turnaround. Then they all turned up at Wanganui, and then you're telling us your car's coming up from Christchurch Thursday, and 48 hours later you're going to be out in Huntley, hopefully. What the hell? What the hell? Are you for real?
Yeah. So when we normally do Gisborne opening, we go up in one trip, leave after work, and get to Gisborne the following day at about lunchtime, afternoon.
Oh.
So.
Holy hell.
Madness.
Hey, that's committed or to be committed, one or the other, eh?
Shit, you must love it though, eh? You must really get into it, eh? Because that's a hell of a commitment. Damn.
Yeah, travel 17 hours for 9 minutes of racing.
Yeah. That's what the bloody sport does to us, though, isn't it, eh?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey, once you got that hook in you, you just can't stop.
Keep on going.
Yeah, it's not going away anytime soon.
That's awesome to hear.
That's your bloody fault, Ethan, eh? He's travelling 17 hours for what? 9 minutes of racing. What the hell?
Still part of it, eh?
Holy hell. It's pretty hard to comprehend. Well, like, what the hell? Oh, that's all good, mate. So, obviously, you got some big goals for your season ahead of the season. We got the champs at Huntley. So you'll be trying to suss it out. Don't tell me the car's coming up on Thursday for that meeting. I know that. That's just stupid.
No.
It's not, is it?
No, I've just moved to Auckland. So while I'm moving into my house and stuff, it's been in Christchurch. So now I'm all moved in. It's up here for good now. So at least I've only got an hour and a bit drive. She's nice and short.
Yeah. Oh, awesome, mate. So, you got some big meetings, no doubt. You're going to go and have a go at all the big stuff throughout your Speedway season this year?
You've got a pretty busy calendar from now through to February, March. So try to race as many weeks as we can. Just make the most of living up here. So, so we've got this, the charity, 240s, New Zealand's. It's quite a few meetings all around that January, late December mark. So try to get in as much as we can.
Holy hell, I can deal with all that bloody stupid Auckland traffic as well. You got to get through all that bloody stuff. Ethan, mate, when you think your meetings, your season this season, you've got nearly all the big ones you're going to be going to, your brother and dad as well?
Yeah, we plan to do, obviously, like Tim said, from now on, it's sort of full on. Fortunately for me, I'll do this weekend, then I've got about a month off, so I'll miss the charity meeting and the triples meeting, but I'll be back in time for the New Zealands and then hit the ground running from there and 240s and hopefully make the Giants the teams and we'll be on from there.
All right, mate. How's the three stockers coming? Quick question. How's that all coming along from Dave Thomas?
Still in the container with the steel rack. Haven't started them yet.
It takes a weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tracy Vincent for you, Tim. So you're going to do a few meetings up there in Auckland at the Speedway track up there?
I've got only 2 lined up at the moment because they seem to clash with everything around the countryside with big meetings and the other stuff like that. So
that's all right. It's just his phone.
That's my phone. Sorry about that.
Yes, I think got the Grand Prix there this year. So
yeah.
Got the Grand Prix in Auckland and then a meeting on the 10th of December. So they're the only 2 really lined up at this stage. But hopefully try to sneak a few in since they're nice and close.
Yeah, mate, try and focus on this weekend, whatever happens to the weather and just giving everyone that may have just jumped in and watched the show tonight. Apparently Friday morning, Reed and the team may make the announcement, especially if the weather turns to rubbish. Troy Rusco, look here it is. Tracy Vincent, laugh my off Booker. Giving you hell already, Booker. Bloody hell, Booker.
It's my son, you see. You got to answer your kids. See, you'd stop for your kids, wouldn't you, Ethan, to do that in the middle of a show?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Family, big, huge involvement, eh, Tim? You got to have the family involved, eh, mate?
Yeah, that's for sure.
You can't do without them, mate.
Yeah, my old man's pretty big, He helps me out heaps. Probably just as much as Ethan's old man helps him, so it's pretty good. Yeah. He's always on board helping me.
Yeah. You got a good team going on, mate. You know, everything's pretty classy when it comes to the Giants, and especially when it comes to teams. When you put it out, and the presentation of the cars are just immaculate. All the work that's done to it, it's very, very unique in its own style. But also your merch and everything like that. I just keep following the Facebook page and keeping in touch with you guys, and jump on board and just get along and support the good old Giants. See. Hard out.
Pretty much. And all that can't be done with the help of the likes of Carl Moller at Sign Fusion and Brendan Lumont, our PR person and such. He does all that stuff behind the scenes.
He does a great job, Brendan, doesn't he?
Oh, phenomenal. Like, you know, if it was left up to me, it would be panels with numbers and carry on, go racing. But he does a top job making our cars look good. So, yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep it.
Well, his car always looks immaculate to himself, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Unfortunately, not in any races, but he'll get there. He'll be right.
Oh, good on him, mate. Hey, what's happening with Brits? When she's going to be out and about hitting the track sometime soon, and you be on daddy duties?
Yeah, she's had 2 meetings already, but the last one at Palmy, she was trying to get silly and flipping.
Look at his bloody face.
Some damage to the car, but no, she'll be right. She'll be back out there shortly.
Yeah. Awesome. Plenty going on. Jason Coley, Reese still building stock tanks this season?
Still building stock cars, but not tanks.
Okay. Speaking of tanks, are you guys doing anything for that 50 years of tanks meeting? Are you involved?
We've been asked to bring our current cars there. Spanks is what Bruce called them. We've been asked to bring them down. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be there because we've got a 40th that weekend. But I'm sure Dad and Ash will be there, fucking going hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It'll be a cool meeting, that, you know.
Well, and I mean, let's face it, the Rees tank had a big part to play in a lot of meetings too. I mean, Pete got a 1NZ in that. You got Asher got a 1NZ in that too, didn't he? In a tank. So, your tank, the Rees tanks had just as big a part in the Speedway scene as any other. So yeah, I was wondering if you guys were gonna because that should be a good meeting, like you say.
We'll be. Yep.
Yeah.
But history going on.
Yeah, hard out, especially with the tank thing. It's going to be a massive meeting. Hey, guys, I know you got busy duties, but Tim, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you just popping in there. Have you got any list there handy, Ethan, of any of the sponsors who are associated with your team? Want to give them a bit of a shout out or anything like that? Well,
we've got a good sponsors crowd. Hessel's Poultry Farm down in Foxton, they sponsor us since the Giants started, for 6 years now. Brent Body Prestige, Tom McVeary, Crawford Motors, Steve McCafferty, Hartley Race Engines, and there's definitely heaps. RMD, my stepdad, my boss, my current boss, Jake Baker at Baker Group, Sign Fusion. Yeah, there's heaps. Total Sheet Metals, Machinery Specialist here in Palmy. Like the list goes on and on and on. Gulf Western Oils, Harris Contracting. You know, it's phenomenal support from all of them, eh?
Oh, you got a few more questions popping on through, and you can't do it without the sponsors and the fans that turn up as well. We just got to hope, because I just got a message through saying it's actually raining in bloody Hamilton now. It's just pouring down. So, yeah, it's a bit stink. But, you know, we
probably just a passing shower, mate.
Yeah, I hope so. You know, yeah, we'll be all good, mate. Just be positive, eh? Just remain positive.
Positive, you know, just like Dad said, positive Pete.
That's right. Yeah, I've seen that. Positive Pete.
Yeah.
We'll have to get that sticker made up or a T-shirt, you reckon? Hey?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we'll wrap it up with Tracy Vincent's comment here as well, up the G. So there you go. You got your fans behind you. Tim, appreciate just popping in now the blue to join us to fill in the gap, and sitting next to Ed to join us on the show. Go hard, mate. And well, soon you won't be traveling 17 hours for 9 minutes, but we'll see what happens. Good luck, mate. Cheers, Tim.
Mate.
Ethan.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, bro. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.
Go hard out. See you later. There we go. Ethan Rees and Tim Ross, part of the Gisborne Giants, who joined us tonight. And hopefully we might have, obviously, the Gisborne Giant development team. We've
got the James brothers sitting there, mate.
James brothers, yeah. Brody and Tyler.
So let's bring them straight in. Where'd they go? Oh, there they go.
Yeah.
Let's hope theirs works too. We got to. Hey, how's it, guys?
Hey, how's it?
Oh, good. We got good sound. That's all right.
Down there, we can faintly see the brothers here. So just to wave out to the crowds, I'm going to first get you to put your hand up. Which one's which? Who am I talking to if I say, put your hand up, Tyler? There we go. The rest is pretty formal from here onwards. Cheers for that. Thanks for the introductions. Hey, thank you for joining us, being part of this as well. And I just want to thank Ethan Rees, who was just on with us, who kind of arranged some of this to happen. Guys, you must be excited, eh? First and foremost, making the Gisborne Giant development team. What do you reckon, Brody? How cool is that?
Oh, it's pretty awesome, mate. Like every year you go to teams and you just watch it, and it's just unreal to watch, let alone even thinking how cool just to be a part of it, you know. So I'm shitting my undies, but at the same time, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. Yourself, Tyler, you'd be amped as well, eh?
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm nervous. But you just got to get into it, eh? Might as well just straight into the deep end and learn that way, I guess.
So is it both? Is this your first time teams racing for both of you, or you raced before?
First teams race. We've only both done about 10 meetings in a Superstock, so yeah, just into it.
Oh, exciting stuff, eh? So yeah, have you been hitting up the likes of Pete and that for any advice and stuff like that, have you? Or?
Yeah, Ethan's been messaging us a little bit and just saying like there's no pressure from them. Ask questions if we've got questions, and then I'm sure Pete will tell us what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
Mate, he is going to kick your asses if you try and wind them right off the end of the straight. We know it.
If Gisborne come up against Gisborne, that'll be interesting, won't it, eh?
You've got to keep your car going. It's not a bloody game and you can push your escape button. That doesn't work like that.
No, exactly.
Yeah, good on you. Good on. Hey, because I've seen you guys at a meeting in Rotorua, and I know you aren't afraid to push the bumper in the cars, and you give it out there on the track. I've seen some of that stuff. I watch some of those streams, and you're not afraid to do that. Hey, you just do what you do, and that's what they're made for. They got bloody bumpers on them, for goddamn sake. The stock cars, the super stocks.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to use the bumper to go forward in the class nowadays. It's everyone's on the same level. Like the only way to go forward is to push them out the way, sort of thing.
Hard out, mate. And I know you got some real bloody good machinery behind yourselves. I know you got an ex-Jason long car there as well. But let's talk about your introduction into this. How did this all happen, mate? I know you went just sitting there running around eating hot dogs at the Speedway. How did you guys get into the Speedway game? How did that all come about?
Our old man's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
He raced super saloons and super stocks. And then he had an accident in 2006 and broke his back, so he had to call it quits. And then he ended up building a car for Dale Robinson, which is now Dale Wallace's car, the V6. So, yeah, we grew up crewing for Dale, and, yeah, we've just had the bug forever. And then Dad just sat us down one day and said he'd brought Jason Long's car to have a go and share. And then, yeah, it was just started from there, really.
Was that it straight into that, or had you had experience in mini stocks?
We both had a little bit of a dabble in mini stocks, but we didn't take it too serious. We were just more, just have fun, and we didn't travel. It was just more like have fun sort of setup instead of being serious and like some of the kids are nowadays.
Yeah. So how was that feeling? That getting in that super stock for the first time, going at the pit gate, the flag drops and you're off. How good was that feeling from both of you when you first did your first race on a super stock?
I was excited, but again, you were pretty nervous, not knowing really what to expect, and me not doing anything from mini stocks was a pretty big step up. So it kind of took a lot getting used to, and like learning how to use the bumper and stuff like that. But no, it was sweet. We kind of didn't take too long to get onto the pace, but I suppose that's because we had good gear to, didn't start in a shit box, but it was pretty sweet. Yeah, it was definitely like a pinch yourself moment. Like you sit on the bank watching, and going, holy shit, I want to be out there. And then you're out there and it sort of feels like you're not, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then, it's just like, holy, I'm in a super stock.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I suppose that excitement, that adrenaline would have started when you got down to look at the vehicle and thinking, hell, we just bought this thing, and knowing actually the history behind it all and the talent of the driver that's driven this car would have been like, whoa, I'm living on cloud nine. Christmas has come early all of a sudden. And then, of course, you got to kind of get that whole build up when you're at the track, you're driving with your new car to the track thinking you're the coolest kids out. And you get in, then you jump in, you spark the engine on and then rev the engine and everything. I was like, whoa, Jesus, you're just into it, eh?
It was definitely like, yeah, it didn't feel like it was like ours.
Yeah.
It was pretty weird, but it was cool at the same time. And then, yeah, it just sort of like sunk in. And then, yeah, we just clicked pretty quickly and we've been all go ever since.
Obviously, used to, must have had a bit of a argument between each other. Or it's my turn this weekend. No, you can do it next weekend because now you got two bloody cars. So one year's had to part way with it. Something had to give. And you got two cars now and you both be out there just enjoying it.
Yeah, it's like, it was a bit hard last year sharing because, like, if you had a rain out, you sort of like, you're racing once a month.
Yeah.
And to be competitive, you need to be racing almost every week. And we're just lucky enough that our parents are like supporting our dream and they just said, oh, we'll get another car so you guys can both be racing each week and getting competitive.
Awesome.
If you're serious about it, then they're serious about it. And yeah, we're just, yeah, in the deep end going hard.
Have you raced at the Huntley track before?
Yeah, we've both. Tyler's done a few club nights. I more last year was focused on Rotorua because I was doing the 240, so I wanted to get as much track time there. But I've done one club night, and Tyler's done about 3, maybe 4. So we're still pretty fresh there, but yeah, still lots to learn.
It'll be a different beast when there's only 8 cars on the track compared to 20 cars on the track, though, eh? So
yeah, exactly.
It's at least with that, you'll sort of know where it's coming from and who's what, rather than not knowing who's going to hit you from what direction, eh?
Yeah, you know it's coming, sort of thing. So yeah, you expect that.
That's very cool. I think you guys have done very well. It's good to see, and it's good to see the young talent coming through like this. And you know, even if they haven't done much mini stock racing, and here they are, Superstocks. What's this? Your second season? Yeah. Second season, hardly any mini stock racing, and they're doing teams, mate. I mean, I think that's freaking awesome.
Hard out. You know? And for Gisborne, of all clubs, you know, and you got the leadership. We had a couple on before. You know, you got the Reeves family, Pete and Ethan, many others behind the scene. Mate, you guys are just living the dream, honestly. How cool is this? Because you're not only going to have Scott Penn in your team, Sam Hughes, Tom Cooper, and I know they've done a few teams races as well. Obviously, Braden Robinson, Eddie Penn's driving the team as manager. Mate, you guys must be just hoping the rain stays away and you'll be living the dream on Saturday. Jacob Allen Satherley, thanks for the update. And never the same. The weather's always different here. Maybe raining around the outskirts of the track. Sometimes at the track it stays fine. Camo Jar, yeah, you know what I was talking about, Camo. Put a target on the old Red Walker back in the last season. The boys are just giving old Wayne a bit of a run up, right? I know. Because how's your father, boys?
Yeah.
Giving it the hoot nanny, Kins.
Giving it the hoot nanny. Oh, bloody Wayne would have gone, oh, these young buggers, look at them. Hey, Troy Rusco, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys on the show. New guys, Pollock, awesome, and best of luck from Troy Rusco. You know, yeah, exactly. You're learning from the best. He had the father, Elson Tuani. Jeff was a mean driver. Had a podium, a single-digit number on the Super Saloon. Bloody had a nice looking 81 car back in the day. I remember their blue body but gold chassis was one of the most outstanding cars back in its day. Yeah, there's some good little questions coming in around the sun. Carl Carpenter, awesome boys, best of luck. All these Jason Long cars being used here, you know, it's just so cool. Good on you, the best of the newbies. Hey, you guys are the newbies on the block.
Yeah, exciting.
Are you pumped for the parade as well? Because that's a big part of teams racing too, is that first parade, whether it be at Palmy or Huntley. I mean, and the fans are standing there yelling and screaming and support. You're looking forward to that side of it as well?
Yeah, I think that's sort of when like the nerves will more turn into like pumping up sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to be shitting myself sitting in the pits all afternoon, but I feel like when you're in the parade, that's when it sort of clicks. It's go time.
So you're not expecting, you guys aren't expecting to get too much sleep Friday night?
Nah, well, we've been in the shed till 12:30 each night so far this week, so it's going to be a sleepless week.
So obviously get through the Saturday with the development team, and then of course you'll focus on your race seasons. I'm guessing the both of you is going to be at the New Zealand to Huntley. That'll be the next time you'll be there, January, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we've got a pretty busy schedule actually after this weekend. We've got the triples next weekend.
Nice.
And then we've got it's still not quite confirmed, but we've got a teams race against Bay Park.
Oh.
At Bay Park. And then we've got the charity event. And then there was something else. But yeah, we're racing most weekends, if not every weekend.
Oh, awesome. Well, that'll give you some good bloody seat time.
Yeah.
I bet you follows big goals for both of you. Now you're in the team side of things. It will be one day to drive out on that Palmerston track come February sometime in your near future. That'll be one of your career highlights, making a team to get down there and just drive out in amongst the thousands of fans, let alone be part of that square where it all starts. And I know as young kids, you would have enjoyed that type of stuff. You'll be just both then. One day their dream's going to come true, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, to teams race is one thing, but like to do it with your brother and be in the same team, that's pretty cool. Like, that's probably the bit that gets me excited the most, is like we're out there doing it together.
Yeah,
that's the bit I'm pretty pumped about.
And I suppose you can give each other shit if someone does one wrong. Eh? It's only between the two of you, eh?
Exactly.
Hey guys, I do appreciate you joining us, and thank you for your time, and no doubt we'll definitely keep in touch with you guys and do a brothers special one day. There's just so many families that are associated with the sport that we love in all different classes right across the whole Speedway sector, but to have two brothers representing the Gisborne Giant development team must be not only awesome for you two, but also for your crews that do the hard work behind the scenes, and let alone for the family. Family is so important. So I do thank you. I was going to put you on the spot, but I don't know if you have it. Do you have anything to do with the sponsors who are associated with the team by any chance? Anything handy?
Nah, not handy. I think we're just sort of jumping under the Giants banner.
Oh, yeah. Well, this will be your learning curve, mate, for the media side of things, you see. So I tell you what, we'd love to have you back on the show at the end of a season to see how your season went for your first proper season for both of you in separate cars. So we'd love to get you back at the end of a season, Kins, and talk to them about how their season's gone and how they've found the development of the whole class. So if you come back, we'd love to have you back at the end of a season, mate, and talk to us about your season.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Hopefully we got some results to go with it.
Oh, 100%.
You'll have results. I can tell you now. You guys will have results. I can just see it from you, hear it from you, the commitment. And I do know one day you might follow Dan and jump in the Super Saloon, but that's another story down the line. Let's just focus on this Saturday, focus on your Superstock careers, and we'd just love to have another chat with you two as brothers. And it's a family thing. That's something we always reiterate on the show, the importance of family behind Speedway. Cheers, guys. All the best. Safe travels, and good luck for your season. We'll keep in touch.
Okay, sweet. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. There we go. The brothers, James brothers, Tyler Brody, 87 and 89G, out and about with the development team, the Gisborne Giant development team. We're going to wrap it up now. This is our last team, actually.
Yeah, finally. They'll be sitting here patiently, Kin. So I'll start bringing them in, shall I? I'm trying to. Have we got everyone here yet? Look, so we'll bring in Robbie first. There's one and two for Tyson, and there we go. Look at that. Oh.
Here's the boys. Here's the boys representing the Huntley Select team. Obviously, Dave Curtin's not here, 17H, nor is, well, we'll get the details. Scotty McEwen filling in for Tony. Well, as you can see, Tyson, Dylan, and Robbie up in the top corner there. How you guys going? You all amped? Robbie, you amped for this, mate?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's one of those events that we look forward to every year.
Yeah, Dylan, yourself, you're pretty amped for this, mate. No sleep on Friday night for you, mate. You just excited?
Nah, mate, we're excited as, eh? I can't wait, to be honest, like just over the moon to be asked and you're into it.
Yeah, and of course you've got Tyson, who's got a lot of teams experience as well. Tyson, this is just another walk in the park for you, but to have these guys joining alongside and being there with Dad, obviously you caught up with Dad on Monday, mate. You just always said you love teams racing, you live for it.
Yeah, man, like teams racing is probably still one of the only reasons I do the sport. Robbie could probably attest to that, but yeah, look, man, we're excited, and it's a new bunch, and I just think the best thing is we all just get along and we don't have any expectations. That goes with the big guys, you know.
Yeah. Already Levi Jones jumping on there. King Huntley here. Yeah, Chase. We had the young fellas with us. Cassandra Ashton. Oh, look at that. Hey, Dylan, you hot rod. Hey, oh, you gotta love it. Hey?
Young girl, eh?
Hey,
Rocking
Robbie.
Bloody siblings who would have the main.
Hey, Robbie, you know, when you got these young guys battling with you and everything like that, mate, you know, just to represent the H on the car as well, you know, you must be excited because you've raced different tracks, and Huntley, you would know the track like nothing, obviously, and just spring on the weekend. Let's hope the weather gods don't turn up and we have a bloody good weekend, eh, Robbie?
Yeah, most definitely. Hopefully the weather holds off for us. So yeah, and these young fellas that are coming through, they like to get in. They're pretty ruthless themselves. So as I see them coming through, as us old boys about to drop out of it, you know. So and it's good to see them feeding them in.
Yeah, it's just great, you know. Well, like the two brothers we had beforehand, the James brothers, they're just amped and excited, you know. Dylan, what about you, mate? What's your experience when it comes to teams, Dylan, for you?
Nothing, mate. Watching on the bank.
Watching it on the bank, eh? You're one of those young... Yeah, you're one of those young buggers.
Step up for me, but I'm keen as.
Excellent.
Yeah, mate. I remember being in the shed with Tyson and my old man leading up to teams, and it was late nights. And but no, it's cool. It's good to be out there. Good to be with a good group of guys too. So I'm keen.
Awesome. And Tysh, you know, when you hear that, I know you've been doing a little bit of teens here and there, but when you got Dylan coming on through, mate, and just grafting the road for the young ones coming on through, and it's just good, you know, awesome to have Huntley represent, you know, like Alston Tawani said, it's just so cool to see Huntley have a team, mate.
Yeah, look, man, we needed I talked to Robbie a bit, obviously, and Dylan's a good mate of mine, and I said to him, look, you guys got to bail us out, and we need to be at our own event, you know, so look, we just make it happen, man. You know, there's a lot of guys out there that, I don't want to race with this person and that person. And look, these are the true people that just want to get out here and do it, man. And that's what this sport's built on, to be fair. And Ashton comes from a good pedigree. He's going to get a fright when he gets his first whack, but he'll be right, mate. You know?
At least you guys are probably not under that much. No one's going to expect too much. So you definitely could be the surprise sort of thing in the ointment, won't it, this weekend? I mean, like, no one's really expecting a lot from you guys.
But it's not from you, bro.
Look, if you're in my way, son, I'll take you up. But it is what it is, man. You know, we don't have any expectations, but we don't turn up to lose, man. Don't mistake that. You know, no team ever does. But I think we'll give Gisborne a good go for their money, put it that way.
Yeah, hard. And that's right, Robert. You know, you don't turn out to lose. You're going to give it a bloody go, and you got nothing to lose. You just give it 110% every time you go out there with teams, because you're doing it for your teammates as well.
Yeah, definitely. With everyone in my camp, we do everything 120%. So we want to make sure that we're going to give the next team a good run for their money, you know. And yeah, it's just the enjoyment of teams racing that we do, and we love it, you know. So for us, I wouldn't be doing it. So.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So, it's quite a hard case, actually, listening to all these comments. Amron's just giving it to you guys. Some handsome guests on the screen right now. Yeah, he's loving it. Look at it. Here's a question for you, though. I know it's a select team, and Tysh, you might be able to answer this. I'm guessing one day, is this looking like the possibility, the return of the Wanderers?
Oh, who knows, man? To be fair, I think one thing at the moment with Huntley is there's a new bunch of drivers in town, and we've got a pretty good environment, and all the strong teams have a really strong club environment. So I think Huntley's focus for the next little bit is on the club first, and then the team can come second, you know. So you throw teams racing into the mix, and a lot of these boys could attest to there's just a lot of bullshit that goes with it, man. You know, money and everything that comes with teams racing, and politics is bloody hard to keep out once it creeps in, you know. So the way I look at it, mate, is it's club first, and then whatever happens after that, we'll worry about it then, you know. But we definitely, Palmy's probably not on the cards, but I think we should look at building some little one-offs and possibly Auckland teams, you know, because when you go to Palmy, you've got to have a competitive package to turn up. Otherwise, it's just going to be a really long weekend.
Yeah, harder and a very expensive weekend at that as well. Look, Dylan, your name Ashton pretty well paints a story when it comes to racing. Mate, how much pressure on you, young man?
Oh, don't know. I've been on the phone to the old man quite a bit and talking to Tyson as well on the phone and just getting their opinions. And they said there's no pressure. He said, you don't know if you're going to go good or you don't know if you're going to go bad, but you're there giving it a go. So
hard out.
But I knew that I'm going to give it my all. Like Tyson said, I'm not going there to lose. So.
Good on you, mate. Good on you. So, hey, Robbie, mate. Robbie, no doubt next time you race at Huntly, if we get that meeting underway, aside from the weather, everyone talking the weather at this stage, mate, you'll be back there for the New Zealand's come January, early January?
Yeah, 100%. Yep, all 3 cars will be there. Yeah, going to give it a good crack, and it may be, I say, my last New Zealand champs I'll be doing. But we'll see what happens.
You think you can kick the bug that easily, mate?
For 20 years.
But yeah. Yeah, that's why I said maybe.
You're just saying your bloody sin. Hey. Is he going to have a go to Super Saloon next, Tice? Is that right?
Robbie should stick to the stock cars, mate. He wrecks too much gear.
Yeah, thanks, Tice. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Kins, where you go?
You carry on. I'm just looking at some of these quick little comments here as well. Dylan, mate, you got to go pick up your toys, son, from Amron, so you got to head over there sometime. And like Jacob said, putting on a show, that's what it's all about, and doing it, giving it all their best, putting on a show. Yeah, go pick up your toys, mate. So Amron's up, pick your toys up, son.
He's a bit. If you're wondering why it takes Dylan a bit longer to answer people, he's a little bit delayed. So when we ask him a question, we just got to wait. It's not him that's delayed; it's his connection. So just bear with us, and he'll answer all our questions as good as he can. So just want to put that out there too, kids, because sometimes you stop talking and Dylan can still hear us, but he's waiting for us to finish.
Waiting, all right.
So we'll just go through. We'll just go through each one. Is firstly, Tyson, what's your plans for the race season ahead, mate? Once you get through this weekend, looking at all the big meetings, and what's going to happen with you, mate?
Yeah, so I had a few phone calls today. One from Bruce about this tank meeting down in Palmy on the 3rd. And then we'll be at the charity meeting in Rotorua. So it's full on, man, till February. 240s, New Zealand's. We'll be racing pretty much every week, spending money that we don't have. But look, that's just what the sport's built on, really, to be fair.
All right. Dylan, yourself, what's going to be happening with you, mate, for the Speedway season? Try and do all the big stuff?
Yeah, try and, like Tyson said, I'm in the same boat. It's pretty full on from here on out to, your February, March, just chasing it, doing all the big meetings, New Zealand's, all of that. 240s, yeah, so, but now I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a big season, but yeah.
All right. And yourself, Robbie, mate, I know you said something earlier on with the NCs, but what about the plans for the season? Going to try and do all the big meetings and everything?
Yeah, going to try and do most of the big meetings. We just going to take it step by step at the moment. Yeah, look, let's see what happens,
That's awesome. Oh, it's good to see that. I'm actually quite happy to see that it's a Huntly represent team this weekend as well for the event. I mean, that's like you said, Tyson. You got to have your own team there for your own event.
Yeah, mate. Like I said, we couldn't front one last year. There was just no cars, mate. And in all honesty, you know, everyone thinks that because they got a super, they want a teams race. It's really not the case, you know. Like a lot of guys are just week to week, wage to wage. You know, like it's an unattainable sport for most people. So you throw teams racing in the mix, and you nearly need to double that budget. So hey man, you guys out there just got to respect the guys that are putting their car and money on the line, because the money that we get back is not enough to cover what we break.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, 100% right there. Look, and that's telling it from the horse's mouth. That's exactly it, you know. So fans who turn up, you know, just give credit where it's due, because they put on a show for you out there. And don't forget to also, if you can't make it to the event, Pits Media, Jace, we caught it with yesterday, a live stream coming your way as well. So plenty going on there. Just quickly from Jace, Jacob, for you, Tyson, how's that ex-Jason Long car? How's that all going, mate?
Oh, yeah, no, look, it's a dream to drive, man, you know. We paid through the nostrils for it, but look, man, you know, like everyone calls it the Jason Long car. You know, Jace didn't do a lot of racing in it, to be fair, but they prep an amazing car, to be honest. So yeah, no complaints from my side, mate. It's awesome, and they're awesome people to deal with, to be fair.
Awesome, mate. This is for you, Robbie. Todd Neal, up to 33HR. He will never give up racing. Todd said you'll never give up racing, Robbie.
We'll have to wait and see, Todd. We'll have to wait and see.
Brilliant answer. Brilliant answer.
Far too long.
How long you been racing there, Robbie?
This is my 28th year.
Oh, wow.
That's bloody older than Dylan.
Yeah, I remember Dylan as a baby. What? As a baby. Oh, maybe a baby.
He's a baby, man. Nah, it's all good. I appreciate. Hey, we appreciate your guys what you're doing too. Hey, it's awesome for the sport, and I think it's as we talked earlier off thing, you know, about it needs to be positive outlook from social media, you know, and you guys are really pressing that hard, and it's actually awesome to see, because and a lot of the haters are getting shut down, because, you know, like, and I've done a lot of teams racing, and a lot of it not successful, but I still front up for my club regardless, and I just want to point it out to everybody out there, you know, like, don't bag anybody till you've had a crack at it, because it's not easy, man, you know?
Yeah. It's exactly what we talked about off air, isn't it? You know, unless you're out there having a go yourself, you really can't bag someone else. It's easy to sit in that stand and say, why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that? But it's different when you're in that seat and going around the corners.
Behind us, you know?
Yeah.
We got a 3-inch mirror, and then you got a car doing 100 odd Ks an hour that wants to drive you out of the fence. So by all means, come down and have a crack, man. You know, nobody's going to ever knock you for trying. And, you know, the bad stuff doesn't come from the competitors. It comes from the keyboard warriors, we call them, I suppose. But, hey, man, keep promoting it in a positive light, and it is great to see, to be fair.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's our goal, kids, just to make it all about the family and the positive light of Speedway. I mean, I think our Speedway at the moment's going through a great phase. You know, the crowds are coming in, the cars, the all the tracks. It's just so fantastic to see this rejuvenation of our sport, you know. And it's a great...
Social media is such a powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it needs to be used for the right thing, you know. And as I said, whether you like somebody or not, because there's plenty of people we don't like, but... You know, like you gotta give credit where credit's due to anybody in any class. You know, even down to the production saloons, the mini stocks. The presentation level in our sport is just absolutely phenomenal, and it's a credit to where it's gone. You know, from Robbie could probably attest because he's quite old by the sound of it. But you know, from where it started to where it is now, man, it's pretty massive, you know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And like you say, I mean, I'm one. I mean, I've had people. I've followed Speedway for a long time too. I'm probably as old as Robbie, but I've had people that I think, oh God, I'd hate to talk to them. Yeah, I've had them on. We've had them on the show because you put all that aside. It's all about promoting the sport and how great it is at the moment. You know, my opinion on a person doesn't come into it. You know, and that's how it should be. when you go down to the track and you're taking your kids through the pits, take them to see everybody, every driver. Just because you don't like that driver doesn't mean your kid's going to not like them.
Give your kids the time of day, or anybody, and I say to anyone, if you want to know anything about me or business or anything, just ask and I'll tell you. It's no secrets, it's not a conspiracy theory. We're just stock car drivers, amen.
Yeah, I think, go down and talk to all the drivers, because the more interaction with these kids, the other ones are going to keep coming. That's why we intend to do we're going to do a mini stock night, because the drivers...
I think they're the future, man.
Yep.
Those boys that keep giving me grief on the social media here are my nephews, and they're both racing mini stocks, and it's just wicked. My son's got a quarter midget, and hey, man, I've been in this sport my whole life. I don't know any different, and Robbie's the same, his whole family, and Dylan's the same, his whole family, man. You can't do it without the support of your family. Let's face it. So, hey, we're in a great sport, and we just need to promote it in that light and leave all the other stuff behind.
Yeah, hard out.
100%.
And look, that brings us to a wrap of the show as it ventures into 9 o'clock. And I want to leave it on that high note. That's some brilliant words you've said there, Tyson, in the last few minutes. And that's just credit to the families that make the sport that we love, we enjoy. As Robbie made mention, he's been around the sport 28 years. This could be the swan song for him with the New Zealanders, but we'll come up and do a special show with Robbie about that as well. Tyson, this won't be the last time that we get to talk, mate. We'll have you on the show once you come to grips with your car and talk about the positive stuff around Speedway, but also Dylan, the Ashton name lives on through you, mate. Debuting for the team this coming Saturday, and I know you you've got a big exciting season ahead of yourself, mate, but it's just good to see the family being part of that and carrying on through with the Speedway sport that we all love. So wish you all the best. Fingers crossed. There's no announcement on Friday about the weather. We know the weather goes around the track, but to everyone that comes along to enjoy the show, enjoy it, fans. And thank you three for joining us, and go hard in the Huntley Select team, mate. Good luck and all the best.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I wish you all the best too, guys. And Dylan, don't stress, mate. You'll do fine. You'll be awesome. Go hard, bro.
You'll be right. He's in good hands.
Yeah, that's right. I wish you guys all the best for the weekend, and thanks for joining us. We appreciate you all taking your time to talk to us tonight.
Thank you, boys. See you later.
Yes, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, that's about a wrap for tonight, and it was an extra long show, extra half hour into our show. We tend to wrap up at around 8:30, but we had to give justice where it was deserved, because we had to have all the teams on. We had to do it. So thanks for all those fans who hung in for the show. We appreciate your comments, and just to reiterate what Tyson said, he pretty well summed up why we do our show and the vision of our show. It's around the family investment into it, because families go to our Speedway events. That's what it's about.
And all motorsport kids, eh?
In all motorsports, hard out, So, it was really cool. Not just a pretty face, Tice, from Bronwyn. Pretty well summed it all up. Thanks, Maru. Always good to have the good comments come in. Tracy Vincent as well. Camo Jar. Brad Wright, thanks Kokpit, and Dave Thomas, thanks again, and Carl Carpendale. Just keep those comments coming in. Look, we do appreciate all your feedback, because it helps us go forward and keeps the show exciting and makes us want to come back and do the show. Jason Adlington, cheers, mates. A great perfect way to enjoy the sport. John Van Roonhoven, and thanks. Just to let you know, Kokpit, we are an online simulation racing community, and not this Sunday. We will have a stock car series. It'll be on Monday.
Monday night.
Monday night. So 8:15. The man who's joined me, Craig Booker, he'll be doing the commentary behind the event. Kiki is the track we'll be racing on online. So that's going to be a tough battle for the boys who are going to turn up on Monday. So just a heads up on Monday. Amaron, it's all about us promoting the team's event, and we've got a lot more coming away, and you just got to like the page, Kokpit Media in Racing. Keep in touch with us, and we'll bring everything you want to know about not only Speedway but motorsport in general. And
also we may not have a show next week. We may have a show. Depends where our man Councillor Wilkinson is on his holiday journey through the South Island. So he's going away for a couple of weeks with family. We talk about family, so he's off to do his family thing. And we will keep you in touch with what our shows are happening. He's going to take his laptop with him, so we may still get a show in. But hey, enjoy your trip, mate, Mr. Councillor. And yeah, well, you give it to Hootenanny down on the South Island.
yeah, like Madu said, Hootenanny. Yeah, no, thanks, Books. Thanks. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Just traveling up and down. Our family always come first to me with a lot of things, and we love traveling the country, and we've got a beautiful country to check out. So a few weeks away, and look, I've got my laptop if I can get a spare time, and look, we'll keep in touch. Just keep in touch, and we might jump on board and do a bit of a show. I might be able to talk a bit about Speedway down in the south, and might be able to hook in a couple of southern guests. We'll see what we can do, see what time allows. But we appreciate every single driver who has joined us representing the All-Stars, the Kings, the Busters, the Rebels, the Scrappers, Giants, Giant Development Team, and obviously the Huntley Select. Big thank you to Red Wooten, who joined us right at the start, Fiona, and of course, who surprised us with the draw. But let's hope, fingers crossed, Pollock Crane's Superstock 10's invitation at Huntley International Speedway gets underway this coming Saturday. So, yeah, awesome, mate. Thank me for staying at your house. Yeah, bro. Awesome. Thanks, Jace. Just got to say that while I'm away down south, my good mate, Jason Coley's looking after my house. So I'm just so happy for him to have him here to look after my house while I'm away. So, yeah, leave my simulator alone, fellas. I got the two dogs here too. So you get past and good luck.
Yeah, well, I was going to say something smart then but I won't do that. Hey, yeah, thanks, kids. Hey, thanks everybody that watches our show too. To all you people, the fans of the show, fans of the drivers, we wouldn't do it without you. So thanks, and to the drivers this weekend, all the best and safe travels to the track and home from the track.
And just quickly, one more thank you to those drivers who helped us out organising other drivers to come and join us as well. We appreciate your input. And like Booker said, look, safe travels and enjoy. And we'll be back soon. Don't forget Monday, our series, Stock Car Series online, 8:15 Buildup, and 8 o'clock we'll get underway. Kiki. Be safe, everyone. Take care, and we'll catch you back soon.
Thank you.
Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your every time. And
when you're young and you get in the old man Superstock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the Hootenanny. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?